you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon up, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim out of scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise. Make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds and the trees in the morning, or roll like the storms way over the ocean. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to.
Tonight, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers taking on Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Green Bay Packers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation. This is caught at the 20. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 20. A big play there for KC. 47 yards. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Looking for Campbell downfield. And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Paris Campbell with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Wow, talk about a big fourth down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's Rodgers to throw. He'll complete this one to Watson. We're looking at the numbers last week for Watson. 4 catches, 55 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
Rodgers, and that's off the mark, incomplete. This defense for the Chiefs, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a first down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his...
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Paris Campbell, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Chris Jones on the stop. But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Fielded just inside the 20. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10.
And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. And he's got room. There he goes left side. And oh, at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. And the Packers pick it up. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. Throw complete there. Rodgers. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
K'Lavon Chaisson, the former first-rounder, in there to get the sack.
On now is the Packers punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And this one is incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Paris Campbell on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that, because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league. But this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way that this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Lazard. 20, 10. 5, touchdown, Packers. Allen Lazard. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
Packers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the result, a Green Bay score. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. It's the former Buckeye Paris Campbell out with the rest of the offense here. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the second quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all those things? But the best players show up each and every week. Solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has showed up time. He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And now a pass dumped off to his running back. Room here to run. Touchdown. A great effort there. 36 yards. And the Chiefs take a 3-touchdown lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll take this ahead for about 4, 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Now it's Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Looking for Campbell downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Paris Campbell on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the route is on here in this first half. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. It's a squibber picked up around the... Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. On the move to his left. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Well, I'll say one thing, Charles. You're getting really good practice here in breaking down touchdowns. What did you see there?
Well, the same thing I've seen over and over and over in this first half. My scintillating analysis, Brandon, this offense is absolutely taking no prisoners.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they've got it up past the... Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time.
When every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Rodgers now on 1st down. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Kind of surprised they accept the penalty.
The only thing that comes to mind for me is they want to move them back 5 yards because they feel good about their defense. But in most situations, you take the down.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. And he's got some space here. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick six.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Butker on for the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Rodgers now on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by him. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But it looked like line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And his throw is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Rodgers now to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. The 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Tunyon's got it on the out route. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. On first down, Rodgers. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a draw play. This is Jones. Takes this to the 45. Not much space there after the nice move. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Now Rodgers.
Got a man able to find Rodgers.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 33. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Rodgers going to throw.
Over the middle, and that's caught by Rodgers. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. To throw, it's Rodgers.
Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson.
And it's a Packers touchdown.
Christian Watson.
A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Packers are able to at least get one score back.
Elliott good on the extra point. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. Now left side on the swing pass. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them.
Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Paris Campbell, 67 yards.
And the Chiefs have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Action here.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as...
Game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was. Instructed the defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Throw left side taken in by Rodgers.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to make it 4th down. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
On 1st down, Mahomes. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 7, Rodgers.
Catch made by Watson on the out route.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. The throw complete. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Chiefs.
Loose inside the 30.
And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So not only and the score the other way, the fumble. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. It's a squibber picked up around the 27.
And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 38. Throwing now is Rodgers.
That's taken in by Watson. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle. Four receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. Now Rodgers being chased out left. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. They'll run the jet sweep now. Rodgers, and he'll be brought down shy of the 1st down marker at the 11. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone. He's got a man complete. The 30, 10, 5, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, this has been another impressive display by this undefeated team, Charles, and it looks like they're going to stay that way after this one.
Yeah, one of the league's best offenses. They've stayed on brand in this contest because they continue to look good at what they do. Just added a late touchdown. Now they're really hammering home just how good they've been all year long, letting the rest of the league take notice.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green didn't convert. Probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Rodgers to throw once more. And that's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. I'm just wondering, do they want to add on to this gigantic lead? My guess, given how they like to play and how explosive this offense is, Charles, that they're not content being up by this margin. They probably want more.
And if they do, go and get...
He's got a man complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Butker now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
He hits Dobbs on the crosser. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. It'll go as nearly a loss of 10 on first and goal, so a disaster there. It goes as a 9-yard loss on the sack. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Chiefs, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they will be at home for one next week against the Las Vegas Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Packers, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Hey, DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I met the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Bring them in the. You know I stay with some bad little baby. TGOD baby, know that's a gang gang. Crazy girls after the game. We throwing hundreds, we going insane.